I loved your thoughts on soft skills versus hard skills. This is something that could be so valuable to us in collaborations that we're thinking of doing in our business life or our home life, what have you. Talk to us about soft skills versus hard skills.
I think I really started to understand this as an artist while I was running a program in entrepreneurship and innovation for Middlebury, is that students in this liberal arts environment would say, we need to know the hard skills, we need the Excel and the business management, right? And then we would have these amazing entrepreneurs and business leaders come in and they'd be talking about relationship and compassion and curiosity, right? And so as an artist, I was like, oh, I know both sides of this. And I think this conversation that had been being written about in these business magazines about the soft skills of business and the hard skills of business management and the MBA versus the, creative thinker, and right. And then watching it shift into Fortune 500 companies trying to train their CEOs into empathy and creativity, right? And I was just looking at this as like, oh, there's been this bifurcation for so long of you're either good at this or you're good at that. And now the tables are shifting that you just have to be an all-around, compassionate, curious, engaged, intelligent person who's willing to connect their skills for the best solution, right? And so these kind of hard and soft skills were really interesting to me because as I was seeing the innovation and the imagination of young entrepreneurs, I was also seeing that their innovation and imagination was what the Fortune 500 CEOs were now trying to get back to, right? And so in my dance career, it mimics the kind of the trajectory of most artists, most physical artists, right? Is that my body starts at this level that I need to train it up. My imagination starts way up here. And there's only one sweet spot in the middle where they both meet and the physical thing can do what the mental thing is asking. And then there's this other trajectory, right? Where now the mentality or the imagination kind of gets stuck, but all the things that just kind of go in and out of flux. But I think that soft and hard skill part, especially in entrepreneurship and innovation, is that sweet spot where we can acknowledge that we need both and that the heart, the mind, the hands, and the feet come together, right? To actually create and produce something that no one's seen before.
There's a nice parallel to parenting in there too, because you mentioned, and I had noticed this, but I'd never really taken notice of it, that we've given kids in the last 10 years a lot of language about their emotions. I'm a welder. I do giant artistic welding sculptures. And I learned that at our local high school. And I was disappointed recently to realize they're not running that they're not teaching kids how to weld. I don't know who's going to build our bridges in the future, but these hard skills like home ec and sewing and how to fix your jeans and whatever it is, that welding and shop and all that, have been traded off for the soft skills of being a little bit more emotional intelligence. But there again, where we need to be is somewhere in the middle, right?
Yeah, exactly. I love it. 'Cause, yeah, we did have this conversation, mama to mama. Like, there are children out here who can talk about their social emotional well-being, but they can't make breakfast. Right. And this is not a dig on anyone's parenting. I'm not coming for anyone's, just hear me when I say this, right? Like, and it's not just about what they can say. It's really about what they can do, because what they've learned are a lot of labels for the beginning of a feeling without going through the process of the feeling and actually then finding out what they actually understand about it, right? So we have children who are like, well, it's about my my shyness in communication. And I'm like, well, you're communicating with me right now. Right? So we have these words, we're kind of like weaponizing language. And this is another thing, right? We just misconstrue information for actual knowledge and understanding. And understanding comes after experience. You have to have done something or felt something fully in order to have the knowledge and experience to speak about it. You can talk through it. I'm not opposed to let's talk through it. Like, oh, this is how you're feeling right now. Okay, check in with me tomorrow. How you feeling about this? Go and do this and then tell me how you feel. Like these types of things, right? But I think what you're getting at is that we've given children language, but we haven't given them opportunity to try things and fail and meet their own need before they label it as something that someone else needs to fix.